Alright, Sean, so you are officially blindfolded. Confirm that you cannot see anything. Okay, so what are your first thoughts so far for being blind for, I don't know, the first minute of your life?
It's a lot of darkness.
And
I'm really gonna have to know my surroundings.
alright. Well, you're driving, so.
Great.
So we're gonna be walking towards his car, which is that silver car right there, featuring my dad in the video. Alright? Keep going. I don't know why you're walking like a penguin, but
I don't know. I can't see.
obviously
I don't
you
want
were
to knock
blind.
into the fence or anything.
You're not gonna hit the fence. Just go, turn to your right slightly, and go straight. Going this way. We're doing an experiment where he has to be blind for an hour. Going this way. We're doing an experiment. Yeah. There's a curb. There's a bike thing in front of you. Keep going. Keep going. But why are you putting your hands out like that? Come on.
I don't want to hit it. There was a bike in front of me.
It's gonna be a while. Thank you, then. Come on, Sean. You're supposed to know this place like by heart.
I don't know where you parked. Yeah, you could. Yeah, that works.
That is the front door.
It's the front door?
Yes, open it. Step to the counter and tell her your order.
I'm even looking at her. Can I get a grande iced coffee?
Grande iced coffee?
Yes. With sugar-free vanilla, non-fat milk, and then a single pump of toffee and syrup.
And then just one pump of coffee.
Alright, so how do you feel with the environment around you and your surroundings?
I hear children.
Okay.
It's also cold in here.
Okay, cold. So you are aware of the temperature because yes, it is cold in Target. Okay, as a part of the experiment, I think it'd be good for him to really use his sense of touch to try to see what he is touching. So Sean, put your hands out. Do you know what this is?
An apple?
Ooh.
Is it an orange?
No.
I don't know.
It's avocado.
Okay, so reach to your right.
Okay.
You feel it? Yep.
Yes.
That's the toothbrush. Okay, so go ahead and put the toothbrush down on the counter. Good. Okay. So grab the toothpaste. Yep. No. Yep. Okay. Now grab your other hand and untwist the top. And put the top somewhere. Keep going to your left. Stop. Put it down. Good. Now grab your toothbrush with the other hand. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, you feel the bristles on the brush?
Yes.
Okay. And go ahead and try and apply toothpaste to the toothbrush.
Okay.
Okay, so squeeze it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Good. Stop. Okay. Now, just put it down, and now push the toothpaste to the left, just so it's out of the way. Good. Okay, now with your other hand, you're gonna go ahead and turn on the water. So, not the hot, the cold. Yep. Good. Now go ahead and put the toothbrush under the sink water. There you go. Get it wet.
Can I get it?
Keep going and stop. Go to your left a little bit. Right there. Now go down. Stop. Good. Now turn it off with the other hand. Yep. Okay. Now lift it to your teeth and start brushing. Once you feel that you brushed your teeth enough, then go ahead and spit in the sink. Right there. Good. Okay.
Orange.
Now go ahead and turn on the cold water. Keep going to your right. Right there. That's it. Now rinse your toothbrush. Good. Good, good. Stop. Alright. Now put your toothbrush down. Now go ahead and rinse your mouth. There you go. Both hands. Good. Like that. Okay. And then go ahead and stop the water. On the right one. Yep. Yep. Good. And then just go ahead and leave the bread there for now. Alright. Now, we're going to take one bread for each hand. One piece of bread for each hand. Good. Now we're going to go to the right a little bit. Stop. Good. Now you're going to reach forward with your right arm first. To your right. Keep going to your right. More, more, more. Good. You hit the toaster. Alright. Now go up. To the right. Stop. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Now go up a little bit. Scooch forward a little bit, please. There you go. There you go. Now go ahead and put the bread in the slot. Okay? You're almost there. Keep going. Up, 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 up. Yep, yep, yep. You're almost there. Keep going. Keep going, keep going. You're almost there. You're almost there. Stop right there. Now drop it. Okay? Now grab it again. Now push it down the hole. There you go. That's one. Okay? Now let's grab the other one and do the same thing. Okay? Almost there. Yep, yep, yep. Drop it. Good.
I'm not going to go over the questions that were asked of me. The first question is, discuss the kinds of training you would need to successfully adapt to this disability. I'm going to start by saying I'm going to use some of the trainings that I personally feel would assist me, though there are plenty of different strategies that were in the book. One of which was change the environment. I noticed going through like the Target or the Starbucks or even in the home environment that not seeing things in front of you changes your perspective completely. You know, I was very nervous a lot of the time. A lot of times you see me like walking, I'm going very slowly, even going from like the car to the Starbucks or even walking into the home. So I would really need to change the environment to really satisfy my needs. In terms of the school environment, preferential seating would definitely be something that would be helpful for me. One reason being is during my time being blindfolded, I noticed that my volume decreased a lot. I wasn't able to speak my normal volume, partially because I was just thinking elsewhere. So I think if I was being taught something by a teacher, I would want to be up front to, number one, be able to hear them, and if my volume was decreased, they'd understand what I was saying. Another thing that I could would benefit from is the pre-teaching and reteaching. I noticed this more so in the house than in the community when I was doing daily skills, such as like brushing my teeth. It's funny because a lot of those type of skills normally would be like 20 seconds, if that. But every little detail I wasn't able to do on my own. You know, picking up the toothbrush, putting paste on the toothbrush, turning the water on. So if I was learning a new skill or even a new something new being taught to me in school, I don't think I would get it the first time. I'm pretty confident I wouldn't get the second time. Even the third time would be difficult to me. So having it taught beforehand, having it taught in the classroom, and then having it taught after, I feel would be much more helpful to me because my stressors would be so many different directions. So focusing on one particular thing at one at a time would be so difficult. Additionally, use of technology, that would really be supportive. Recording the lectures would be really helpful. Even if a videotape, though I would not be able to see it, hearing it over and over would also be helpful. Lastly, use of peer assistance. Throughout the whole video, I utilized my cousins. They were able to help me get around the city, help me brush my teeth, help me go shopping, helping me. So that assistance really, really, really helped out. And in the classroom or even going to a job, I would definitely need that assistance. Interviews would be very difficult, so I would definitely need someone there to help me, not only to support me in like emotional way, but also be there to reiterate something I might have missed, or if they're trying to shake my hand, like a general thing, every boss tries to shake your hand. I can't see it. Maybe they can be like either prompt me or they can say, "Oh, put your hand out." Either a verbal or a physical prompt would also be helpful. So definitely those would be helpful for living independently, being a successful student, and job employment. Okay. So next question, were there any environmental hazards or accessibility problems, such as lack of a wheelchair ramp, insufficient rooms to navigate, a wheelchair, etc.? From my experience, I really didn't run into too many difficulties. The target was pretty okay in that in that area. The one thing I was thinking about possible hazards that I would have to deal with are stairs. My home environment does actually include stairs, so there would be that issue. Stepping on a curve, I felt was very difficult. I mean, I did record it, I believe, with going from the car to transition to a Starbucks, and I couldn't see the curb, well, clearly, but just going on that curve would be very difficult. I know my cousin actually directed me, but if I didn't have anyone there, I'd have to kind of do it on my own, which would be very, very hard. Because tripping, falling, you get hurt. Plus, it's right by the street, which is also another hazard. Another thing I didn't record it, but I did have a blindfold going from the the car to the Target in the parking lot, and my heart was just pumping the whole time because not being able to see traffic, but I did hear cars. That was a huge hazard. Again, I was directed by my cousin, but it was, if I was alone, it would have been very, very stressful. Another thing I thought about was shaving. I used a razor blade myself, so I could easily see, if you're not able to see what you're doing, you could easily hurt yourself and cut, and it could lead to a whole bunch of other issues. So those are the environmental hazards that I wasn't able to run into particularly for the most part, but I was thinking kind of outside the box of how they would affect me in my everyday life. Okay, so last question is how might you need to adapt your home environment to live independently with this disability? So one thing I would definitely do is, because I stated earlier we have stairs, is I'd want to install a safety rail to hold on to. Falling on stairs, even with sight, is very easy, and if you're not able to see the steps, it could be quite difficult. So a safety rail would be a lot of assistance. Another thing I would do is initially, especially if it happened like today, I would want to number one, learn Braille. Number two, I'd want to label different areas of the household in Braille. So I'd be able to figure it out. Number one, if I was alone, I'd be able to just read it in that manner and know where I'm at, know what's here, So that would be like the kitchen, the dining room, the living room, my bedroom, the bathroom, little details like that. Usually big picture spots. And most importantly, I'd want to eliminate hazards. So some hazards would include like dangling cords, like iPhones, of course, everyone has a phone. Small chairs would also be something I'd want to either push in or just take out completely. Small tables are also a difficulty that you could easily fall over. And I also have a dog, so I would definitely want to take out all the toys, or at least put it in a particular spot. So if I'm walking to get somewhere, I'm not just going to fall over it, because not being able to see something, even if it's a small object, you're going to fall over it. So those would be how I would rearrange my house to better fit my needs.